It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. So there was a lanes means narrow road, alleys means narrow passages, emerged means came out of place, gaily, happily, clad, dressed. So the season was a spring season, and there was a festival going on in the spring season, and there was an effect of passing winter. It means there was very little impact of coldness. You can just remember what happened just after winter, and what the environment is at that time. Means it is a very soothing environment, and we feel a very little bit pleasing coldness in the environment. So all villagers, all peoples are were coming out from narrow lanes, from narrow passages, and all the villagers, all the peoples were in new clothes, and some were coming out on foot, some were on horses, some people were sitting there, and some were coming sitting in a bamboo and bullock carts. You know, bullock carts, this is a carrier driven by oxen. So among those people, there was a little boy who was running between his father's legs, means he was playing, and he was very happy, he was very enthusiastic, and he was full of life, brim, it's up to the edge, some liquid up to the edge, that is brimming, but here brimming means full of, means the little boy was full of life. Come, child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. Lagged behind means left behind. Fascinated means attracted. So there were many shops along the way, along the road. When his parents saw that his child had lagged behind, had left behind, they called him, and he was lagged behind because he was fascinated, he was attracted by the toys in the shops. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. So when he was called by his parents, he ran towards his parents. Obediently, his feet followed their call, but his eyes were still stuck on the toys which were leaving behind, which were going away from him. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he couldn't suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. Suppress means control or refrain to show something. Refrain from showing something, that is called suppress. Refusal, the action of refusing. Their eyes means parents' eyes. Their eyes means parents' eyes. The child came up to the place where his parents had stopped to wait for him, but the child couldn't suppress, couldn't control to tell the desire, to show the desire of his heart, despite of knowing that despite of knowing that his parents would reject his idea, would reject his request. Old cold stare means it's a familiar, cold means emotionless stare, emotionless look. So he was familiar with their old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. I want that toy, he pleaded. Pleaded means requested. Pleaded means requested. So the boy requested to buy that toy for him. His father looked at him red eyed in his familiar tyrant's way. Tyrant means cruel ruler. So his father, when he requested to buy that toy, his father looked at him angrily. Red eyed means angrily. When we become angry, our eyes go red. So in his familiar tyrant's way, in his familiar stern way, his father looked at him angrily because he was demanding unwanted thing according to his father. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look, child, what is before you?" But mother is mother, mother has always soft and kind heart. So his mother, she was feeling that the day was beautiful, it was day not for being upset. So she wanted to divert his child mind. She wanted to divert his mind from toy. So he asked him to look somewhere else. And what was before him, it is written in the next line. It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold, as it swept across miles and miles of even land. Pale means dull yellow color. Pale. So it means dull yellow color. So what was before him? What was before the child? There was a flowering mustard field, and it was a big and big and big. Far and far, it was a flowering mustard field, and it seemed like that. It seemed like the huge field was covered with melting gold. You can see it in the image how a mustard field looks like that. A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. Bustling means moving here and there to and fro. Dragonflies, insects with a long, thin body. It's a very I think you know it. Dragonflies. It's a very common word and common insect. So what happened next? A group of dragonflies were moving here and there over the field, and they were flying on their purple wings, intercepting. This is intercepting. This is called intercepting, means crossing each other. So the group of dragonflies were intersecting the flight of, means the way of a lone black bee or butterfly, and that butterfly was in search of sweetness from the flowers. It means it was trying to take some sweetness from the flowers. The child followed them in the air with his gaze till one of them would still its wings and rest, and he would try to catch it. So the little child followed the insects, followed the butterflies in the air with his look, with his gaze, with his attention, and he followed them till one of the dragonflies reached somewhere on the plants in the field, and he was trying to catch it. Fluttering, flapping up into the air when he had almost caught it in his hands. Fluttering means a motion made by flapping up and down. Flapping means swinging and or flying. Now when he was trying to catch one of the dragonflies, which that was sitting somewhere on the plant, but he couldn't catch it. Of course, once he thought that the dragonfly was in his hand, but suddenly the dragonflies went away, means flied away, fluttering and flapping. Then his mother gave a cautionary call. Come, child, come on to the footpath. Because the child had left the footpath, so his mother called him with authority to come there, to come near them on the footpath. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while. Bing, however, soon left behind, attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. Again, abreast means side by side. Teeming means coming or appearing. Again, when he was called by his parents, he ran towards his parents happily. Gaily means happily, and walked side by side of them for a while. Means just for a while he walked side by side of his parents. But again he left behind. Why? Because at this time he was attracted by the little insects and worms. Worms are also kind of insect along the footpath, and they were means insects and worms were coming out. Teeming means coming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine, because it was a beautiful day, so they also wanted to enjoy the sunshine. Come, child, come. His parents called from shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a vale. He ran towards them. Now his parents again called him to come there, means to come near them. Now his parents were sitting on the edge of a well, and the well was in the shadow of a grove. Grove means group of trees. Grove means group of trees. So the well was, where was the well? The well was in the shadow of the grove, and now his parents were seated on the edge of a well. So now again the little child ran towards his parents. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove, and forgetting his parents. What happened now next? When he entered the grove, a new flowers, young flowers mean new flowers, fell upon him. And after it, he just forgot his parents. He began to gather the raining petals in his hand. And what he did, he just started to gather to collect the raining petals in his hand. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parent, shouting, "The dove, the dove!" The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. Now, this is low means in expression of surprise. So now he heard the sound of doves. You know doves. You can connect it dove soap. So it's a bird and its color is white. So this time the little child heard the sound of doves and again ran towards his parent and shouted what he shouted, "The doves, the doves," because this time he was attracted by the doves. And now what happened? He just dropped all raining petals and forgotten his hands. Forgotten his hands that there were petals in his hand. "Come, child, come," they called to the child who had now gone running in wild capers round the banyan tree. And gather him up, they took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard field. Capers. Capers know a playful jump or leap. You know leap and jump, yeah, and how a child jump and leap. So playfully he had gone there. Where he had gone there means he had gone near the banyan tree, and that's why his parents called him, "Come child, come," and his parents went there and gathering him, they took the narrow winding footpath. Winding footpath means not straight, right? Means zigzag footpath. So he took the narrow footpath and which led to the fair through the mustard field. Now they will reach to the fair, they will come to the fair, and what will happen in the fair we will see in the next video. I hope you enjoy the video, and my explanation is very easy to understand. If you enjoy, if you like it, so subscribe it and like it and share it. Thank you so much.